What if the thing you are worried about right now is not falling apart at all? What if it is simply rearranging itself? What if that delay is not denial? What if that closed door is not punishment? What if that person walking away is not the end of your story? What if life is quietly moving pieces around in your favor, even though from where you are standing, it looks like absolute chaos? Because sometimes alignment does not look like everything going perfectly. Sometimes alignment looks like, well, this certainly was not on my vision board. Sometimes it looks like plans changing, people disappearing, opportunities falling through, money taking longer than expected, and you sitting there wondering, excuse me, universe, did we not discuss this? And yet, something beautiful is happening beneath the surface. You are being redirected. You are being prepared. You are being released from what can no longer go where you are going. And today, I want you to begin looking at your life differently. Not from fear, not from panic, not from that little voice that wakes up at 3 in the morning and suddenly decides to review every mistake you have made since childhood. No, today we are going to practice a new assumption. Everything is aligning for my highest good. Say it again. Everything is aligning for my highest good. And if you believe that, even just a little, I want you to write this in the comments right now. It's all aligning for me. Write it as a declaration, not because you have every answer, not because you know exactly how everything will happen, but because you are choosing to trust that your life is not working against you. It is working with you. And sweetheart, I know that may be difficult to believe when you are in the middle of something you never asked for. I know there are moments when you look around and think, how exactly is this working out? You may have been doing your best. You may have prayed. You may have visualized. You may have worked hard. You may have tried to remain positive. And still, something did not happen when you expected it to happen. Maybe the relationship did not work. Maybe the job did not come through. Maybe the money has been slower than you hoped. Maybe someone you trusted disappointed you. Maybe you had a plan, and life apparently received the plan, looked at it, smiled politely, and said, "That's adorable." And now you are wondering what happened. But what if nothing has gone wrong? What if you simply cannot see the whole picture yet? Think about a puzzle. If you picked up one puzzle piece and looked at it by itself, you might say, this is useless. It has a strange shape. It has colors that do not seem to match. It does not look like anything. But the problem is not the piece. The problem is that you are looking at one piece instead of the completed picture. Your life can feel exactly like that. You are looking at one disappointing email, one unanswered message, one rejection, one unexpected expense, one delay, one goodbye, one season that does not make sense. And you are calling the entire story by the name of one chapter. But you do not know the ending, so stop declaring disaster in the middle of the sentence. You are still becoming, you are still receiving, you are still moving, and there are things happening behind the scenes that you cannot yet measure. One of the greatest mistakes we make is assuming that what is visible right now is all that exists. It is not. A seed underground looks like nothing is happening. You could dig it up every morning and say, "Excuse me, where is my tree?" But eventually, you would destroy the very process you were waiting for. Some things need time underground. Some things need roots before they produce fruit. And perhaps you are in a rooting season. Perhaps your life is becoming stronger beneath the surface. Perhaps you are developing the wisdom, confidence, discipline, discernment, patience, or self-respect that you will need for the very thing you have been asking for. Because sometimes we ask for the destination when what we really need first is preparation. You say, "I want the opportunity." Life says, "First, let us prepare you." You say, I want the relationship. Life says, first, let us teach you what healthy love feels like. You say, I want abundance. Life says, first, let us change the way you think about your worth. You say, I want peace. Life says, then we may have to remove some things you were using to create temporary comfort. And that part can be uncomfortable because we often want transformation without the rearrangement. We want the new life, but we want the old attachments to remain exactly where they are. We want the blessing, but we want everyone who drains us to stay. We want confidence, but we want to keep asking people who do not understand us for permission. We want abundance, but we want to keep speaking about ourselves as though we are permanently unlucky. At some point, something has to shift, and perhaps that shift is you. Not because you are broken. You are not broken. You do not need to become worthy. You are already worthy. You are simply learning to stop standing in the doorway of your own good. And that is why your thoughts matter. Not because you must be positive every second of every day. Please do not turn positivity into another job. You are allowed to have a bad day. You are allowed to cry. You are allowed to say, I do not understand this. You are allowed to rest. Trust does not mean pretending everything is perfect. Trust means refusing to make a permanent conclusion from a temporary circumstance. That is the difference. You can say, this hurts, and still say, this is not the end. You can say, I am disappointed, and still say, something better can unfold. You can say, I do not know how this will work, and still say, I trust that it can. That is powerful, because your mind naturally wants certainty. It wants to know exactly when, exactly how, exactly who, exactly where, exactly how much. Your mind would like a spreadsheet, preferably color-coded, with dates and maybe a tracking number. But life does not always give you that. Sometimes you receive the next step before you receive the entire map. And that is where faith comes in. You do not have to know how everything will happen. You only have to become willing to believe that something good can happen. So here is a simple practice I want you to begin today. Whenever something does not go according to plan, before you panic, pause, take one breath, and ask yourself, what if this is making room for something better? That question changes the emotional direction of the moment. Instead of immediately saying everything is going wrong, you create space for another possibility. Maybe the cancellation is making room for something else. Maybe the rejection is redirecting you toward a better fit. Maybe the delay is protecting you from entering something before you are ready. Maybe the ending is creating space for a beginning you could not have imagined. You do not have to know which one it is. You simply have to stop assuming the worst. And this is where I want you to become very careful with your words. Do not constantly say, nothing ever works out for me, because your mind is listening. Do not keep saying, I am always unlucky. Your mind is listening. Do not say, everybody leaves me. Your mind is listening. Speak to yourself as someone whose life is unfolding beautifully, even when you cannot yet see how. Say, things are working out for me. Everything is moving into place. What is meant for me is finding me. What is not meant for me is leaving peacefully. I am guided toward the right opportunities. I am protected from what I cannot yet see. I trust the timing of my life. I trust that what belongs to me will not require me to destroy myself to obtain it. I do not chase what is not mine. I welcome what is. I release the need to control every detail. I am available for unexpected blessings. I am available for beautiful surprises. I am available for doors I did not know existed. And most importantly, everything is aligning for my highest good. Say that slowly. Everything is aligning for my highest good. Now, I want you to do something very small today. Choose one thing you have been trying desperately to control. Maybe it is a conversation. Maybe it is a decision. Maybe it is a particular outcome. Maybe it is when something is going to happen. For the next 24 hours, stop wrestling with it. Do what is yours to do and release what is not yours to control. There is a difference between taking inspired action and trying to force an outcome. You can send the email. You can make the application. You can have the conversation. You can improve your skills. You can save the money. You can take care of yourself. But after you have done your part, you must allow life to do its part. You cannot plant a seed and then scream at the soil. You cannot pull open a flower because you are impatient. And you certainly cannot stalk your manifestation. Please do not become the detective of your own blessing. Why hasn't it happened? Is it coming? What does that sign mean? Why did they view my story? Was that coincidence? Sweetheart, breathe. Your blessing does not need you to interrogate it every 15 minutes. Let it breathe. Let yourself breathe. And if you need a little help staying in that state of trust, I created something very close to this message called 60 Days of Everything Working Out. It is designed to give you a daily reminder to shift your attention from fear, doubt, and overthinking toward trust, possibility, gratitude, self-belief, and expectation. If that speaks to you, the link will be waiting for you in the description box. But remember, no book, affirmation, video, or person can do your believing for you. The real transformation begins when you decide to participate in your own life differently. So today, when something unexpected happens, instead of immediately saying, "Oh no," try saying, "Interesting. I wonder what this is making room for." That one sentence can become a doorway, because you are no longer treating every interruption as an enemy. You are allowing life to surprise you. And sometimes the greatest blessings arrive disguised as inconveniences. Sometimes the answer comes disguised as an ending. Sometimes protection looks like rejection. Sometimes redirection feels like disappointment. And sometimes the thing you thought you desperately needed was simply something you were afraid to release. So, release, not with bitterness, not with resentment, with peace. Say, I release what is no longer for me. I bless what is leaving. I welcome what is coming. I trust what is unfolding. I know that my good is not limited. I know that there is more than one way for life to bless me. I know that what is truly meant for me will meet me in the right way, at the right time, and for the right reason. Everything is aligning for my highest good. And if you feel even a little lighter after saying that, stay there for a moment. You do not have to rush back into worry. You do not have to immediately solve your entire life. For today, just take the next right step, then another, and another. That is how momentum is created. Not by knowing everything, by moving with trust. Because perhaps your life is not asking you to figure everything out. Perhaps it is asking you to trust yourself enough to take the next step, and you may be much closer than you think. The door may already be opening. The conversation may already be changing. The opportunity may already be moving toward you. The person may already be on their way. The answer may already be forming. The healing may already have begun. You simply cannot see it yet. So do not give up on a story that is still being written. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not being punished. You are not missing your only chance. You are not running out of time. There is still life ahead of you. There are still doors you have never opened. There are still people you have never met. There are still places you have never seen. There are still versions of yourself you have not yet discovered. And there are blessings you cannot even imagine because your present mind does not yet have the picture. So lift your head, relax your shoulders, take a breath and say it with me one more time. It's all aligning for me. I trust the unfolding. I trust the timing. I trust that what leaves creates space. I trust that what arrives has purpose. I trust myself. I trust life. And everything is aligning for my highest good. If you believe it, even if you are still learning to believe it, leave "It's all aligning for me" in the comments. Let that be your declaration today. And then go into your day differently. Not desperately searching for proof, not begging life to hurry, not measuring your worth by what has happened yet. Just walking forward with the quiet knowing that your story is still unfolding and there is more working in your favor than you can currently see. And when you begin to live from that knowing, something changes inside you. You stop treating every delay like a disaster. You stop treating every silence like rejection. You stop assuming that because something has not happened yet, it is never going to happen. You begin to understand that timing is not the same thing as denial. There are things you once begged for that, if they had arrived at the time you wanted them, might have overwhelmed you. There are relationships you once thought you could not live without, that you can now look back on and say, thank goodness that did not work. And isn't it funny how life does that? At the time, you are crying into your pillow thinking, this is the worst thing that has ever happened to me. And 6 months later, you are drinking your coffee thinking, oh, so that's what that was about. Sometimes clarity has terrible timing. It tends to arrive after the emotional damage has already charged interest. But it arrives, and when it does, you realize that what felt like a detour was actually a direction. So perhaps you can begin giving your unanswered questions a little more space. You do not have to force every mystery into an explanation. You can say, I don't understand this yet. That word matters. Yet, I don't understand this yet. I don't see the blessing yet. I don't see the reason yet. I don't see how this can work out yet. But I remain open. I remain hopeful. I remain available to good. That is a very different energy from hopelessness. Hopelessness says, this is it. Trust says, I cannot see beyond this moment, but there may be more. And there is always more. Your present circumstances are not qualified to tell you what your future is allowed to become. Please remember that. A difficult Tuesday does not have the authority to predict your entire life. One rejection does not define your value. One failed relationship does not define your ability to love. One financial setback does not define your ability to prosper. One mistake does not make you a failure. One season of uncertainty does not mean your life has no direction. You are allowed to begin again. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to take a different road. You are allowed to outgrow an old version of yourself. In fact, sometimes alignment requires you to stop being who you had to be in order to survive. Maybe you learned to be overly available because you were afraid people would leave. Maybe you learned to say yes when your heart was screaming no. Maybe you learned to make yourself smaller because you thought being less would make you easier to love. Maybe you learned to expect disappointment so that disappointment would not surprise you. But darling, you do not have to live that way forever. You can become someone who trusts that love does not require self-abandonment. You can become someone who understands that boundaries are not rejection. You can become someone who knows that saying no does not make you cruel. You can become someone who knows that your needs matter. And this is part of alignment too. Sometimes the thing being aligned is not your circumstances. It is you. You are becoming aligned with your own worth. You are becoming aligned with your peace. You are becoming aligned with what you actually want. And when that happens, some things naturally fall away. You may suddenly lose interest in conversations that once consumed you. You may stop wanting to chase people who give you crumbs. You may no longer feel excited by things that once impressed you. You may begin craving simplicity, peace, honesty, depth, real connection. And at first that can feel strange. You may wonder, what is happening to me? Nothing is wrong with you. You are simply becoming more honest with yourself. And honesty is powerful, because once you become honest about what you want, you can stop wasting energy pretending to want what you have already outgrown. You do not need to convince yourself that the wrong door is the right door. If it keeps closing, perhaps stop throwing your shoulder against it. There is another entrance. There is another path. There is another possibility. And if there isn't, perhaps you are being asked to build one. This is where inspired action comes in. Trust does not mean sitting on the sofa waiting for your life to magically rearrange itself while you eat biscuits. Although, to be fair, biscuits are lovely. But you still have to participate. You have to move. You have to answer the email. You have to make the call. You have to apply. You have to learn. You have to create. You have to walk away when something repeatedly violates your peace. You have to make room. You have to say yes to opportunities that stretch you. You have to say no to things that drain you. You have to take care of your body. You have to take care of your mind. You have to keep your promises to yourself. Because sometimes the miracle is not that circumstances suddenly change. Sometimes the miracle is that you finally change your response to circumstances. And once your response changes, your choices change. And when your choices change, your life begins to change. That is why I want you to practice one simple rule. Do not make decisions from panic. Pause first. When fear says, do something now, pause. When anxiety says, send another message, pause. When disappointment says, give up, pause. When anger says, burn everything down, perhaps definitely pause. Give yourself enough space to hear the quieter voice within you. The voice that says, wait. The voice that says, you don't need to chase. The voice that says, you can handle this. The voice that says, there is another way. The voice that says, everything is not lost. That voice may not shout. It may be very gentle. But gentleness does not mean weakness. Sometimes the most powerful guidance arrives quietly, and you begin to recognize it when you stop filling every silent moment with fear. So make room for silence. Take 10 minutes today without your phone. Sit somewhere comfortable. Close your eyes. Take a few slow breaths and say, show me my next right step, not the next 10 years, not the entire 5-year plan, just the next right step. Then listen. Perhaps you will think of a person you need to contact. Perhaps you will realize you need to rest. Perhaps you will suddenly know that it is time to apply for something. Perhaps you will realize you have been holding on to something that needs to be released. Perhaps nothing dramatic happens at all. That is fine. The practice itself teaches you to become less reactive. And a less reactive mind sees possibilities that a frightened mind cannot see. Think about driving through fog. When visibility is poor, you do not need headlights that illuminate the entire highway. You need enough light to see the next few meters. That is often how life works. You do not need to know the whole path. You need enough light for the next step. And when you take that step, the next part becomes visible. Then you take another and another. Suddenly you look back and realize you have traveled much farther than you thought. This is how your life can unfold. One brave decision, one honest conversation, one application, one boundary, one prayer, one morning when you get out of bed despite feeling discouraged, one decision to believe again, one decision to try again, one decision to love yourself again. Small steps create large changes. So please do not underestimate what you can do today. You do not have to transform your entire life before lunch. You only need to do one thing that supports the life you say you want. If you want peace, create 10 minutes of peace. If you want abundance, take one practical step toward your financial goal. If you want love, begin treating yourself with the love you keep waiting for someone else to give you. If you want confidence, do one thing that makes you proud of yourself. If you want a new opportunity, make one move toward it, and then let that be enough for today. You are not required to prove your worth through exhaustion. You are not required to suffer in order to deserve good things. You are not required to chase every opportunity. You are not required to convince everyone to understand you. Your job is to become increasingly available to what is good for you. And sometimes that means becoming unavailable to what is not. Say, I am no longer available for confusion that steals my peace. I am no longer available for relationships that require me to abandon myself. I am no longer available for opportunities that demand that I betray my values. I am no longer available for the belief that I must struggle for everything. I am available for peace. I am available for clarity. I am available for healthy love. I am available for abundance. I am available for meaningful opportunities. I am available for joy. I am available for unexpected blessings. I am available for everything that supports my highest good. And notice how different that feels. You are not begging. You are not chasing. You are declaring. There is a quiet confidence in declaration. You are saying, this is what I choose to make room for. And then you begin living accordingly. You clean the space. You clear the calendar. You stop entertaining what you have already decided to release. You forgive yourself for old choices. You stop punishing yourself for not knowing then what you know now. You stop looking backward every 5 minutes to see whether the past has changed. It has not, but you have. And that is enough. Your future does not require you to be perfect. It requires you to be willing to grow, willing to learn, willing to release, willing to receive, willing to believe that life can become better than it has been. And perhaps that is the real meaning of everything is aligning. It does not mean every day will be easy. It does not mean you will never experience disappointment. It does not mean everyone will behave exactly as you wish. It means you stop allowing temporary circumstances to convince you that you have no future. You begin trusting that every experience can teach you something. Every ending can create space. Every mistake can create wisdom. Every delay can create preparation. Every redirection can reveal a new road. Every season can contribute something to the person you are becoming. And when you see life this way, you become much harder to defeat. Not because nothing difficult happens, but because difficulty no longer automatically means defeat. You learn to say, this is difficult, but I am still here. This is unexpected, but I can respond wisely. This hurts, but it will not define me. I do not know what happens next, but I am willing to find out. That is strength. That is trust. That is movement. And sweetheart, you have survived every difficult day you have ever had. Every single one. You have made it through days you once thought you could not survive. You have recovered from things you thought would break you permanently. You have changed in ways you never expected. You have learned things you did not know you needed to learn. You have become wiser. You have become stronger. You have become more discerning. And there is still so much more ahead. So do not look at your life and only count what has not happened. Count what has. Count the times you were protected. Count the times something did not work and later you understood why. Count the people who came into your life at exactly the right moment. Count the unexpected opportunities. Count the mornings you woke up and tried again. Count the little miracles you normally ignore because they arrived without fireworks. a safe journey, a timely message, a helpful conversation, a sudden idea, a chance encounter, a door opening, a door closing before you walked through it. These things matter. Gratitude trains your attention to notice what is working, and what you repeatedly notice becomes part of the story you tell yourself. So tonight, before you sleep, write down 3 things that worked out today. They do not have to be impressive. Maybe your coffee was excellent. Honestly, that counts. Maybe someone smiled at you. Maybe you finished something you had been avoiding. Maybe you received good news. Maybe you simply had a peaceful moment. Write it down, then say, "Thank you for what I can see. Thank you for what I cannot yet see. Thank you for what is being arranged. Thank you for what is being removed. Thank you for what is coming. I trust that my life is moving toward greater good. Everything is aligning for me." And then go to sleep. You do not have to solve tomorrow tonight. Tomorrow has its own grace. Let tomorrow arrive when tomorrow arrives. For now, rest, trust, breathe. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are not disqualified. You are not excluded from the good things of life. There is room for you. There is love for you. There is abundance for you. There is peace for you. There is joy for you. There are opportunities with your name on them. And there are versions of your life that you have not yet imagined. So keep walking, keep believing, keep choosing what supports your peace. Keep taking those little steps. Keep your heart open. And when life surprises you, try not to immediately ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Ask instead, "What could this be opening for me?" That question may change everything. Because you never know what is being rearranged behind the scenes. You never know which closed door is protecting you. You never know which delay is preparing you. You never know which ending is creating space. You never know which ordinary day is secretly the beginning of an extraordinary chapter. So stay open, stay expectant, stay grounded, stay willing, and remember, everything is aligning for my highest good. Everything is aligning for my highest good. Everything is aligning for my highest good. I trust what is unfolding. I trust what is leaving. I trust what is arriving. I trust myself to recognize what is right for me. I trust myself to release what is not. I trust that I do not have to force what belongs to me. I trust that my good can come through unexpected channels. I trust that life can surprise me beautifully. I trust that there is more available to me than I can presently see. I am ready for the unexpected good. I am ready for the open door. I am ready for the new beginning. I am ready for peace. I am ready for love. I am ready for abundance. I am ready for joy. I am ready to receive. And most of all, I am ready to stop fighting the possibility that things can actually work out. Because they can. They really can. Your life can change. Your circumstances can change. Your opportunities can change. Your relationships can change. Your finances can change. Your confidence can change. Your entire sense of yourself can change. And it can begin with one decision. The decision to stop expecting the worst. The decision to stop calling every delay a failure. The decision to stop chasing what refuses to meet you halfway. The decision to stop making fear your prophet. The decision to believe that something good can still happen. So make that decision today, and then take one step, just one. Send the email, make the appointment, write the idea down, clean the room, apply for the opportunity, forgive yourself, drink the water, take the walk, say no, say yes, rest, begin. Whatever your next right step is, take it, and then trust. Because you do not need to see the whole staircase. You only need enough light for the next step. And perhaps as you take that step, you will discover something beautiful. You were never as lost as you thought you were. You were being led. You were never as stuck as you thought you were. You were being prepared. You were never as forgotten as you felt. You were being redirected, and you were never walking alone in this story. So if this message found you at exactly the moment you needed it, take that as your little reminder to breathe. You are going to be all right. Not because everything will always happen exactly the way you planned, but because you are becoming someone who can meet life with trust, wisdom, courage, and an open heart. And that person can handle beautiful things. That person can receive. That person can grow. That person can begin again. That person can walk through the door when it opens. And sweetheart, your door may be closer than you think. So, keep your heart open, keep your eyes open, keep your spirit expectant, and keep saying, it's all aligning for me. Because sometimes the greatest shift happens when you stop asking, when will everything work out? And begin saying, everything is already moving into place. If you felt this message deeply, don't just listen and move on. Write, it's all aligning in the comments. Let that be your declaration. And if you want to continue this practice beyond today, my ebook, 60 Days of Everything Working Out, is available through the link in the description box. Give yourself those 60 days to repeatedly return to the expectation that life can work with you, not against you. And before you go, remember this. You do not need to know how. You do not need to know when. You do not need to know every detail. You only need to keep your heart open to the possibility that something wonderful is already unfolding. Everything is aligning for your highest good. Even now, especially now, trust the process. Take the next step and let life surprise you. And if you want even more daily support with self-love, confidence, and manifestation, my other ebook, 365 Powerful Self-Love and Manifestation Affirmations, is also there for you. Until we meet again, be gentle with yourself. Speak kindly to yourself. Expect good. Make room for good. And never forget, it's all aligning. It's all aligning. It's all aligning. And one day, you may look back at this very season and smile because you will finally understand what you cannot see today. It was never falling apart. It was all coming together